Once that was kind of done, then the Russians and Germans signed a peace treaty, and that's kind of what helped Germans push all of their troops, because it was a stalemate in the West. It helped them push all their troops to the Western Front, and that's where
Eastern Front?
there was a large. No, all the Eastern troops went to the Western Front.
Ah.
All the German troops that were attacking and pushing the offensive against Russia ended up turning around and saying, we don't need to attack the Russians because they're at peace with us now, so we're going to go on to fight against the French and British and Americans. So, and I absolutely love this book. It's funny because it gives you first-person perspective on the war, and it's a first-person perspective of a number of different situations, right? So, in the Russian Revolution portion of it, which is a number of chapters, I guess you have 2 points of view. So you have an English earl who married a Russian wife, and the Russian wife was a princess of the royal family. And of course, during the revolution, now they don't actually talk about it in the book, and maybe they will yet, but in real life, Tsar Nicholas II, the final Tsar of Russia, was murdered, and the public did not treat their bodies very well. And they kind of alluded to it in the prince, his murder. So that they discussed the prince's murder, but they haven't talked about the actual royal family's murder and how they killed all the kids and the wife and everything. It was quite a bloody, but I guess that's what revolutions are. They're not clean, to say the least. And then the other one is this actual Russian Revolution, or revolutionary. It's so involved, and gives you kind of that better appreciation for what those men and women went through. Like, there's talk about the suffragettes, there's topics about American politics with Woodrow Wilson, there's talks, of course, of German politics, and then the English politics. It's very, very interesting. There's not a whole lot of, actual warfare that you pay attention to. There's a bit that keeps it interesting, but man, fantastic book. I will lend it to you if you wish to read it.
I was thinking
in all honesty,
I should read more, but
yeah, I guess that's kind of what I've taken up is everything's kind of gone a little crazy. Because I've never taken the time to read, and I really enjoy it. I just don't know why I don't take more time. But then video games are so much easier, right?
Yeah, video games are easy. Watching movies easy. It's not an intense experience, Like, reading can be intense.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Especially if you get involved.
Yeah.
Now, I should ask, because I actually have been posing this question to myself of late. What would you say? Because I know you and I are both very similar in the sense that we enjoy a good series of books. We don't just like reading one individual book. We want to have a series of books. Because it's more, you can get more invested in it. Right? It's not just one book that you're reading and bam, wham, bam, you're done. Right? It's a series, so there's climbs and peaks and valleys and good and bad and all the rest. So what would you say is your favorite book or book series that you have read?
I don't know. Aragon is good.
Absolutely.
What else is good? There's a lot of good ones.
There's...
I
know you'll agree with me on this. There's Bartimaeus.
Bartimaeus is good. What was that book series I gave you?
Oh, the Shades of Magic.
Yeah, that was good. And then there was another There was another series that was The Fool's Key, I think, was the first book, and I don't know if it was what the book itself was called. It was Someone's War, I think. The Red Queen's War or something like that. The Fool's Key is the first book.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember you telling me about that. I have not read it.
Very good.
Now,
and like
are we wanting
these
to
are
sorry
like
to-
easy books to read. Like they're not. It's not like Tolkien, Lord of the Rings. I tried to
right
read
where
that.
you have a bunch of lore.
Well, there's lore and stuff to go with it, but I find like just the actual like the task of reading those books is challenging. Same with Game of Thrones. Like those books are, sometimes they're challenging to read because you're sitting there and it's a little bit like that in Aragon too, where they're describing the city and everything that goes with it, and it's like 2 pages of armor description in Game of Thrones, and you're like,
Yeah.
don't care. Why is he here again?
Yeah.
Oh, great. It's another Brienne chapter, and we have to listen to frickin' 2 pages of what she's wearing.
Yeah. Oh, great. It's Sansa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you wanting, just to interrupt the book conversation just for a second, are you wanting to do, when I've kind of stopped it up there, like a rise and run and make it a little bit more interesting?
I imagine we'll have to. Like, there was this little thing that was just a little thing to punch through, but...
Because it's been a friggin' straight shot, which is good. I mean, it
much.
makes it easy.
I avoided some lavas, but otherwise it's... We have 2,000 blocks to go, so I'm not opposed to it being straight for large sections, as long as it's not, like,
That's true.
Straight the whole time. At the same time, it's also like it is legitimately a highway meant for getting from point A to point B.
That's true. It's not meant to be a roller coaster.
But, some things to keep it interesting on the ride would be important. Speaking of the server updates, is there a date for the upgrade?
You know what? I haven't researched or read anything about that yet. Here, I'll do the left. Fuck me.
How did I get over there?
Don't know.
Yeah, so I also started another book series, and it's by Brandon Sanderson, and I think it's called...
Why do I know that name?
He finished off the Wheel of Time books.
Okay.
And the Wheel of Time series started out really good, and then it just kind of got bogged down in some of the end... Not the last books, but I can't remember how many books there are, but it was like...
I think there's 13 or 12.
So around number 7 and 8, it started to slow down, and the whole book would go through, and the characters didn't really progress at all. I think specifically one of the characters, like their wife was kidnapped, and at the end of the book, they had found the people who had kidnapped her.
That doesn't fucking work.
And, like, no, that doesn't work, Aaron. We have to go around that.
Hang on. No, we don't.
Okay, fine. We won't have any twists and turns. Yeah, so at the end of the one book, let's call it book 7. I don't actually know. Spoilers for anyone who's reading a book that's ancient. It's not ancient, but it's been out for a long time. This character's wife is kidnapped, and at the end of the book, he's found who's done it. He knows where the base is, and he's like, at the base, and he's like, I just gotta take her back. And you're like, oh, what a great cliffhanger. They're gonna just go and, get her back. And that'll be like an exciting way to start the next book series. The whole book went by, and I'm pretty sure by the end of the book, he still didn't have her back. And it was like the beginning of the next following book that he got her back.
Oh,
And it was like, are you kidding me?
so just milking it.
Yeah, just milking it and getting like too deep into politics and this. But this Brandon Sanderson book, I think it's the title might be The Lords of Radiance.
Okay.
Or maybe that's the first book. It was really good, I thought, and then there were a few characters that maybe I didn't really care about. Andesite?
Yeah, I don't know. Hang on. I got another one.
I have a bunch too. 7? So,
Hey,
yeah.
stop. For absolutely no reason. Let's go around this.
Okay. Sounds good. We also could have just touched down on that that plateau there, but
Oh well.
he's fine. And then I go this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
1, 2, 3,
this
4,
I'm on the second book of it. I can't remember what this one's called. It's also the same series. Maybe the series. No. It's got to be Lords of Radiance. Or Words of Radiance? I'm not sure. Something like that by Brandon Sanderson. And the second book, I don't know. I thought it was only going to be like a 3-book series, but apparently it's a lot more. And that kind of got my hopes like down because I like series, but I don't want to be invested in
yeah,
like
you don't
a
want to be
12-book
committed.
series.
Yeah.
And the first one was really good, but the second one was slowing down.
Hold up a sec. Hold up. What do you want to do here? Do you want to... Let me scout ahead. Dip to the... Okay, dip to the right.
I want it to dip to the left and build on that platform.
We dip to the right. We get right down to lava level, and it doesn't go fucking anywhere. Okay, dip to the left. And you want to get on this platform here?
Yeah, down a couple blocks and then hook right around there and see where that takes us.
Well, it takes us into... we're going to have to go up.
That's fine.
That's fine. No big deal.
Get out of here, fire.
I'm just going to complete this long section here.
Ouch.
No, I agree. A series should have a specific maximum, because you don't want it to get to the point. I mean, you look at Game of Thrones. As wonderful a series as that is, fuck, how long has it taken him to write that fucking... And he has no incentive to write the 6th book. None. He's made his money. He's getting up there. He's, not a small guy.
He's made his money, and he's made his TV show money as well.
100%. And that's probably bigger money than what the book's done.
Yeah, and he didn't have to do as much work for it.
Oh, fuck no. He had to basically tell them what his story plan was, but that could have been an afternoon. Like, let's have tea, and I'll tell you all about how this is supposed to go. And then, you know what, use your own imagination, because I don't want it to match exactly what happens.
Yeah,
but,
so I can see what people want out of the when they react to the TV show.
And you know what? I bet he's exceptionally happy to hear that there's some sort of animosity about the TV show, because people are going to come to the book looking for an alternate proper ending, and now he can change it if he so wishes.
Yep.
But I think he's kind of said, in one interview I read, he's actually quite content with the way the book ended, or the way the movie ended. Fuck the TV show. 4. because he, I think, had always said that Bran becomes king, and I just don't get it. And I've watched a fair number of YouTube videos that just talk and discuss the concept of the ending of Game of Thrones and how it makes zero sense whatsoever. Because why would you have Brandon Stark as the king who can see and know all? Because that's essentially a totalitarian government.
Yeah, but he can
Really and
protect you
truly.
the bit most.
True, but okay, who's coming for them?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe
Westeroses, maybe? I don't know. Another Legion of
I
Unsullies?
I don't
Once
know.
every million years, like, dragons come out of the grounds like cicadas, and...
Set a plague upon you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we're not gonna get into all of that because it's very involved. But yeah, I don't know. But tell me more about your book series. I cut you off earlier, and
Well,
I apologize.
that's about all I can think of at the moment.
Oh, that sounds good.
Aragon
I would have.
is great because it has a very easy read. It's exciting and it's not too long.
No.
Like
And I like the fact that he changed.
yeah.
It was always meant to be 3, right? If you look at the first 2 books, it says the Inheritance Trilogy, and then the 3rd book says the Inheritance Cycle. And I think it had more of a bittersweet ending than Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, it did. And
Like
I don't mind a bittersweet ending.
No, because you're happy and you're sad all at the same time, right? It's not the perfect happy fairy tale ending, but it's also, it'll do.
That'll do, pig.
Okay, so beyond Aragon, what else would you say? Sorry, beyond Aragon, Bartimaeus, and the one that you showed me.
The Darker Shade of Magic, and that other one.
That's it.
The
Red Queen or
Fool's
whatever.
Key with the Red Queen's War. I did read. Yeah, the Fool's Key and the Red Queen's War, I think, are different series. What was that one called? It was. I also read a series, and it was okay. And I think the first book for that was called like A Blade of Cold Silver.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Except that book was kind of like messed up. Like they had gender roles confused.
Oh.
And it was weird. They did bugs like you would do drugs.
Interesting. Have you ever read 1984 by Orwell?
I did. That's not a series, but
No. But there were some pretty fucked up things in that.
yeah, there
like
were.
what the people had to do. And society rules and shit.
Yep. What? 2, 3, 4. Oh, well. Shoot me with a bag of bullets. Yeah. No, I've been watching some movies because it's something I can do with Melissa. When
That's true.
we're done for the day, and so I've been watching a lot of movies. I watched. It starts with a W, and it's on Netflix, and it's like a kids movie. They're called like the Wombertons or something like that.
Oh, I think Rachel might have watched that. Is it animated?
Yes, it's animated. I was gonna say
And
that weird.
animated?
Animated.
Okay. Yes.
It's got
I
Ricky
think
Gervais
Rachel
in
watched
it.
that one. I'm pretty sure she watched that one.
Yeah, it's all right. Um, Extraction I thought was pretty darn good. And should I go up here?
I would, yeah. You want me to scout it?
Yeah, because I can swerve through some lava things at the bottom.
Yeah, if you go up.
Well, tits.
Oh shit. We just hit a fucking wall here. Now,
We can go.
what's your
through
Z
a wall.
coordinate? I'm at 1224.
My Z is at 1596.
Okay, at 1224, if we go up, we can punch straight through. But then we're hitting a wall at the 1224 mark. There's just this little hole here, and there's no real other option. Now, what if we duck down here? We zip over. Yeah, we could do that. And this opens up into huge open space. Why don't we do that? So, at 1380, roughly. No, 13. Let's just say we're around 1400. We turn right.
Okay. I watched Barely Lethal.
Wait, I know that movie.
It's got
Barely Lethal.
Samuel Jackson in it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, balls. And it's kind of like a Junior Kingsman movie.
Okay.
And it was not the best.
It's a kids movie.
It's like a tween
It's like those
movie.
old Spy Kids. Yeah.
No, it's better than Spy Kids movie. But it's like the next generation of that. Yeah, it wasn't good, but it wasn't too terrible. We've been watching The Last Dance, which is the Michael
Last
Jordan
Dance.
documentary.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not like
How's
big
that?
into basketball, but it's good. Even Melissa, who doesn't watch sports, she's like, "Oh, I want more." So, you know it's good. If it's sports related, Melissa likes it.
That's, yeah. And she's not the world's greatest sports fan. No offense, of course, but... And I mean, sports aren't for everybody. Everybody enjoys them. So,
So we're hooking right at 1400, you say?
yeah.
No, still got a ways to go. We're punching through that wall?
No. No, if we go to the right, because that's going to get us back closer to 0 on the X anyways than where we are, then we're going to end up getting, pretty much in line with 0, and then it's a open shot. We can dodge around shit and whatever, but...
Whoa, stop.
Oops. Fucking idiot.
We watched Bleeding Steel, which is, it's not
What?
like a new Jackie Chan, well, it's new-ish. It's a Jackie Chan movie.
Oh. That's cool.
No, it's
I
terrible.
didn't know if he was still... Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it
Oh.
was, because he's also in another one that's called The Foreigner.
Okay.
So we're going through that kind of little hole there? Is that where we're aiming for?
No. No, so we're going to come up here.
Oh, up higher still.
Yeah, and then we're blasting straight this way. Yeah, because if I fly, then we have kind of open space that we can maneuver.
No!
Yeah.
I said no.
Yeah.
No! Yeah, it was it was terrible. It was terrible in every sort of the imagination.
The world. Oh, the word.
Yeah. But it was like one of those ones that was so bad it was almost kind of good. Like it was funny bad.
Oh. I see what you mean. So, like, wow, I can't believe he's in this piece of shit movie.
I can't believe he's the producer on it.
Oh my god.
Jackie, what happened? Run out of money? No.
Yeah, I don't think he has any shortage of that.
Yeah, so that was pretty bad.
Fuck.
Trying to think of what else we watched. I told you about the platform.
The platform.
Yeah.
Remind me.
Where they're in like a prison. A vertical
yes.
prison.
Yeah.
One more? One more. And that one was okay. Yeah, the Jackie Chan one though. Man, oh boy.
Not good.
I mean, with a name like Bleeding Steel, you should probably know.
True, but I mean, you can definitely tell it's a kung fu movie. But when you think of Jackie Chan, you're thinking like, this is gonna be good.
There wasn't even that much kung fu in it, if I'm
No,
honest.
really? But that's like his specialty. I mean, I know he's good at much more than just kung fu, but that was his. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he feels like he's graduated.
Well, he's
Moved
older
on from
now,
that?
so he can't. I don't think he can do as much.
Oh,
Don't
that's
get me
true.
wrong. He can do an infinite more than I could
And
ever
what you or I can
ever do.
But
Like I would
he's
have
not
to.
as
I'd
agile